And if this is confusing to you, this is again where we can work with our AI friends or any of the forums that we're working with. Again, very soon, I'm about to show you how to ask really good questions and make really good prompts. But one we could ask here is, hey, I'm confused. How does the Solidity function return the value 4 when I didn't define any logic in aggregator v3 interface? And I just posted that code from get version here because a common issue that I see new developers run into is they go, oh, wait, how does this version return 4? My aggregator v3 interface doesn't have any code in it. Why does putting an address in here make it work? Like, what's going on? And let's see if our AI is able to help us here. So this is ChatGPT version 3.5. Again, I prefer version 4, but this is the cheaper one. And it says, in the code you provided, the get version function is calling the version function of an instance of the aggregator v3 interface contract. It appears that the contract address here is being used to create an instance of aggregator v3 interface. The aggregator v3 interface is an interface contract that defines a set of functions that must be implemented by another contract. It serves as a way to interact with the contract at the given address by providing a common interface. The version function being called in your code is likely defined in the actual contract that implements this. And this is pretty much correct, right? And so it gives us some more context here. This is exactly correct. This address has a version function, and us surrounding it with this aggregator v3 interface, like typecasting it in these parentheses like this, is just telling our Solidity compiler, hey, there's a version function at this address, or there's a latest round data function, or all the functions in this aggregator v3 interface are at this address. If this address doesn't have a version function, this would just break. And this is a good example of, again, where we can actually follow up with these AIs. They're typically very good at keeping context. So we could even ask, what would happen if that contract address didn't have that function? And we see if the implementation contract at the given address does not have a version function, or if it has a different function signature, calling version on the contract would result in a compilation error or a runtime error. So it wouldn't result in a compilation error, but the transaction would revert. So this is pretty helpful here. But again, we always want to double check this. So this is where we'd probably go back to the discussions forum and follow up there.